Hey guys, Marissa at KitchenTableStamper.com. Today I want to run you through this fun birthday card. I love the contrast of the black and white with the bright colors. There's a bunch of fun new products featured in this card. I can't wait to show you. Alright, let's get started here and let's talk about the fun new products that I've got to show you. We're going to be using the Happy Birthday Gorgeous bundle. It's Happy Birthday Gorgeous polymer stamp set with the Happy Birthday Gorgeous Thinlits die. You can get this one as a bundle. I absolutely love this die. We're going to be using that, so I'll leave it out. We're also going to be using the balloon image here, this kind of spotted image, and it coordinates perfectly with the Stampin' Up! Balloon Bouquet Punch. This has been around for a little bit, but I just love how Stampin' Up! Keeps bringing up new products to make the things that we've had in our collections for a little while fresh again and more useful. So the Balloon Bouquet coordinates perfectly with Happy Birthday Gorgeous, the balloons in this set. I'm also going to use the mini treat bag Thinlits die set, and one of the things I loved about this die set was all the fantastic accessory items that comes with it. So yes, you get the treat bag, but I love these accessory pieces, and we're going to use this little dot image. It's just a negative, it makes a negative dot pattern image. I think is really pretty cool. Okay, our Stampin' Pads for this project are Berry Burst, the brand new in color, Tempting Turquoise, and Lemon Lime Twist. I love this new color combination. If you're looking for ways to use these new in colors, because they're the new guys, a great way to pair these new colors is to do Lemon Lime Twist, Berry Burst with Tempting Turquoise. And then I've got that black and white high contrast. It's really a pretty combination. We're going to be using the black and white baker's twine, and you're going to need 3 7-inch lengths of it. I've got one because I did 2 balloons. I'm going to show you the other one. I've got the 2017-2019 in color bitty bow embellishments here, and we're going to use a Berry Burst bow. These are just so sweet. They're a felt bow. They've got a ribbon center, so you get some kind of nice contrast in the textures just from this tiny embellishment. And then they are self-adhesive, and this adhesive sticks. I was really impressed with that as I've been using them. The other embellishment I've got here are the metallic enamel shapes. We're going to be using some of the silver stars. Okay, let's go over our paper and consumable supplies here. You're going to need a couple of scraps of cardstock here for the balloons, and about 1.25 inches by 2 will do. I already made 2 of the little balloons because I wasn't sure how many balloons I'd put on the original card, so I had a couple extra. I'll run you through making one of them. I have here a Berry Burst card base, and my card base is 11 inches by 4 1/4, and it's scored at 5 1/2. I have a piece of Whisper White that's 4 by 5 1/4. Then there's a piece of this Fresh Florals Designer Series paper, and I cut this 4 inches by 1 1/4. 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 is about the size you'll need to do the die cutting of this big Happy Birthday image. And then you need another 3 3/4 by 1/2 inch strip of basic black. And then this is my Berry Burst piece, scrap that I'm going to use for my balloon. I've already stamped and prepared my Lemon Lime Twist and my Tempting Turquoise balloon. Now I'm going to do the Berry Burst. I am inking my stamp, and then I'm going to put it as far to the bottom of the scrap as I can and upside down. And I'm doing that, you'll see in just a minute, so that when you go to punch that balloon out, you can have enough room to have a handle here, and the small balloon is upside down. So we want to be close to that bottom and upside down. Now, once you got your image placed where you'd like to punch it out, make sure that you hold your punch with a wide grip and pop it out. Awesome, right? Okay, now I need a glue dot for this balloon. I adhered my little piece of baker's twine to the back of the balloon with a glue dot. So just kiss the glue dot on the back of the balloon, tack the end in. Now, I want my balloon to look like it's actually tied off with that string. It's a tiny little detail. If you look at these two, I already did them. You can see that the baker's twine actually loops around the end of the balloon. And it's a little thing, but the little things matter to me. So you've got your glue dot. What you want to do now is just make a loop of twine around the base of the balloon and then put the end through the loop. Then you just pull that so that it ties around the bottom, and then the balloon actually looks like it's tied off and floating. It's a tiny little detail, but it makes me happy. What can I say? All right, let me get the big shot and we'll do our die cutting now. To help with the placement of this circle die, this negative space, I'm going to actually go ahead with my snail. I'm going to adhere the Fresh Florals paper to the left edge of my Whisper White panel. And it just helps me get a better visualization about where I'm going to put this die. So I want it to be even and straight across the bottom. So I'm using the straight edge of the die and lining it up against the edge of the cardstock. I want it to be further to the right than to the left. So I've kind of placed it where I want it. And then I've got a little piece of low tack tape. This is a little piece of old washi tape. And we're gonna go ahead and die cut that. At the same time, we can go ahead and die cut our happy birthday words. Our platform is plenty big for that. So one pass will take care of all of our die cutting. And I wanted to show you how nice this happy birthday die cuts. I'm just gonna lift the die and look at that. It's all there right on the cutting plate. And do you notice how there's no bits that I need to poke out of the die? And there's very little that needs to be then popped out of the image. It's just really a pleasure to cut, even though it's so detailed. Look at how beautiful that is. It's so detailed, but so easy to cut. I don't know, I was impressed. All right, now it's time to assemble our card. I've got my liquid, multi-purpose liquid glue, and I'm going to just make the slimmest little bead of glue along the back here underneath our cutout line of circles and above our cutout line of circles. And now this 1/2 inch strip that we started out with goes right over all those dots. And we can add snail to the back here. We'll center that on the Berry Burst card, making sure our margins are even all the way around. Perfect. Now, the happy birthday is very easy to glue down with the multi-purpose liquid glue. I like to just get along the edge of the B here and along the edge of the H. And you can see that I'm just letting the very littlest bit, tiny bit, dots of glue. You do not need a lot, believe it or not. But the trick is to go all the way along the bottom, about halfway up, and then all the way up the sides. Here we'll go all the way up the sides. And then we'll flip and hold in the center and go just across the top of the letters here. Now where I was holding in the center, I'm going to add just a little bit. Don't want it popping off from the middle, and it just really doesn't take a lot at all. I'm going to drop that into place above my dots. And there it is, and really no mess, and it's tight. I really like the multi-purpose liquid glue. Then our balloons, I want them on dimensionals. But I do want them in a bunch. So before I add my dimensionals, I'm gonna go ahead and glue my balloons together, kind of make them into one element. So I'd like a little bit of multi-purpose liquid glue here. And then a little bit here. It doesn't take a lot, we're just kind of fixing the arrangement before we add the dimensionals. Then I'll turn them over and put a dimensional on each balloon. I've exposed the adhesive on my dimensionals. It's already ready to go, and I've got a little glue dot here. I'm also going to put a glue dot right on the front of the card, and that's going to collect all my little strings. Okay, so there's my balloons, and then I'm going to tack the strings right into the glue dot there down at the bottom. Now I've got my bitty little felt bow, and I'm going to expose the adhesive on the dimensional and put it right over the top of that glue dot we used to secure the strings. Now we got to give the strings a little trim. They're long. There we go. Look how cute. All right, one last little detail. I've got these metallic enamels, and I'm going to put one of the little stars above the eye. Now if you notice, the eye has a little dot that's kind of built in, but I thought it was a cute place to leave some sparkle. And then good design is odd numbers, so we're gonna put 3 little stars, and we'll make a triangle. And there we go, there's our happy birthday card, made with Happy Birthday Gorgeous and the Happy Birthday Thinlits die. If you've got any question about this birthday card, or if you've got questions about the new Stampin' Up! Catalog, email me, marissa@kitchentablestamper.com. Thanks for watching.